Skarloey, the red narrow-gauge engine, was a little upset. He was the first ever narrow-gauge engine onto the circle track, followed very closely by Duncan. He still wasn't working ever since his crash, but he was still in need of being repaired. He was at Crocs Peak Station, wondering what to do in his pastime. Eventually, he had a bit of an idea. "I'm just gonna take a good old shuff around the track," he said to himself. It was quite empty on the track. Skarloey could only see a couple of engines. He still wanted to have a good little check around, so he went anyway. He didn't want to go to where all the other engines were. He was in the mood to discover something really cool. Then, Skarloey, without any doubt, arrived at something that looked green. As he looked closer, he realized it was a tunnel. "That is new," said Skarloey. "I've never seen that before." And with much courage, he puffed into the tunnel. At first, it was only straight track. Is this the long line track?" Skarloey muttered to himself. But he realized it wasn't. To his left, he saw that the track was a different color. It was blue, but not like Gordon's paint. It was a bit lighter. Next, Skarloey rushed ahead, but he started cracking. "Oh, he muttered to himself. But as he looked down a little more, he noticed that there was a siding. "Oh, this should be really helpful," he muttered to himself. Then he finally saw it. There was an entire blue section of a track that looked just like the circle track and the long line track. There was the exact same sidings and even a little triangular piece. Skarloey then chuffed towards something big, black, and tall. As he looked up, he realized it was a sword. "What the heck was that?" said Skarloey. He didn't really know what the sword was, but all he knew was that he had discovered something new. He couldn't wait to tell the engines. He was so excited that he jerked forward, bumping into the sword. "Oh, dang it!" The sword began to rumble. Before Skarloey knew it, it was starting to fall. "Oh no!" said Skarloey with fright. He knew it was going to happen. Before Skarloey knew it, the sword fell down. The handle of the giant sword had bumped into two flatbeds, which weren't secured properly. Suddenly, they started to roll backwards towards Skarloey. "Oh!" yelled Skarloey as he saw them coming closer. He backed away as fast as he could and back toward the tunnel. The flatbeds were very close behind. Skarloey zipped along the line. Before he knew it, he was back on the squiggle track. He flew backwards down the track, where he was heading for the circular part. Skarloey walked as fast as he could. But before he knew it, he derailed and fell off the track. "Oh!" he shouted. The flatbed was right after him. Skarloey was in major pain. He had broken his boiler, but he hadn't cracked his dome. But all he knew is that he had discovered something enormously amazing. He then went to the works to be mended.